Hey, what's up, y'all? I am WonderHeart, and welcome to my channel. I'm going to be talking to you today about the time I tripped on mushrooms and some plants communicated with me. All right? So, it was a pretty dope experience, but I'm not going to lie. Obviously, as you can imagine, I never thought that I would be, getting messages and being taken on a journey, might you say. But yeah, it was beautiful. So this was probably 6 months ago, and yeah, so I was kicking it with like two of my homies, and they actually were kind of like arguing and whatnot, and I was trying to like get away from that energy. So they're doing their little thing over here, and we're just kicking it in homie's backyard, right? So there's like not many places I can go. So I just decided to like go walk around the yard real quick and just like kind of check out some plants and stuff. And because one thing I love about mushrooms is connecting with nature. You know what I mean? Like going into nature, it's amazing. It's like such an adventure, and you're just so tuned in and in the flow and connected, and it's beautiful. But this experience was like no other I've ever had before. So first off, I started at this one plant, and it was just like, nothing special, like a green, and I say nothing special, and I laugh at myself right now. You'll understand as I get through this. But this first plant is literally just like a green plant, right? But it was really green, and like, and in the moment when I'm looking at it, I was like, wow, this plant is so vibrant and green and alive, and like, that was like the feeling I was getting, and I was like, wow, that's beautiful. Then I go to this next plant, like, I'm just like kind of walking around, and like almost being pulled to like this next one over here. And then I get to this plant, and I notice like some of the leaves are dying and whatnot, and kind of like brown, and like, like just not like, the prettiest looking tree, like has like brown spots and stuff like that on the, or not, it's not even a tree, it's a bush. But anyways, I like looked at it and I almost judged it, or not almost, I did judge it. I was like, yo, look at this plant. Like the other one was so green and vibrant. I started comparing, and then I was like, this one's not as beautiful, is like a thought that I had. And then in that same moment, I looked to the left, and there's a flower growing on that freaking bush. And I'm like, oh snap, like what? So I was like, damn, I'm over here trying to like judge this plant off of this one little piece of it, this one little tiny part of it, and not looking at the whole. And then I looked at the whole, and it was fucking beautiful. And at the same point, I shouldn't have even been comparing the two anyways, because it's all beautiful. But after that, I go to this next plant, and this one's like kind of like a bigger like bush thing. It was like up on like a wall, and like I go to check that one out, and it's like basically dead. It's like completely gone, like there's no leaves, no nothing. It's just dead. Okay, so I like came face to face with death, and I was just like like tuning into that and just like really aware of that. And I was like, all right. And then I got pulled over to this tree. There's this tree way over in this corner, and I remember when I got over to like started going to this tree, I could see that like all around it, like there was kind of like some trash and stuff. Like it looked like it didn't really get much love. It was like there was like an old shed next to it and stuff, and weeds, and it wasn't it wasn't like a pretty environment. It wasn't probably like getting love and whatnot. But anywho, I'm walking up to this tree, right? And as soon as I start getting up to it, I feel this like weight, this heaviness, right, in my chest, like you're about to cry, you know what I mean? And I just started feeling this just immense emotion like just start to take over me as I get closer to this tree. And in this moment, this tree basically communicated to me that it was dying, and that it was like really sad. Like I was like literally taking on all of its emotions. And yeah, it was like all alone and in this corner all by itself, and like really sad, and like on its way out, you know what I mean? Like you could tell that it was dying, like it didn't really have leaves on it anymore, and like, yeah. And I just remember like I just broke down and just like Or no, actually no. I walked over to my homie and I was like about to start crying, and I told my homie, and then right then, like, I think he said just start crying, and then it just like poured out, and like I just like literally just like let all this like these emotions and just tears, and just I was just crying, and like it was beautiful. And I basically like I transmuted like this tree's pain, yo. Like that's fucking beautiful. Like this tree was gonna be going into this like other fucking dimension, onto this next life, and it was going to take all this pain with it, and I was able to take that pain and transmute it, and give it back to the earth, and just and cry and allow my tears to, you know, water and earth, and it was beautiful, man. I don't know, that shit changed my life for sure. That was definitely one of those type of experiences. You know, you have experiences in your life that make an impact and kind of change your perspective. And you know, I know a lot of people say, oh, you were tripping and this and that, like it wasn't real or yada yada, but like, yo, doesn't matter what your perspective of my experience is, right? Anybody that has an experience that feels real to them is real to them. That shit changes their reality, it changes their perspective, their mindset, their beliefs, it changes who they are. So you know what I mean? Just always keep that shit in mind, yo. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm interested to hear anybody else that's had some experiences. I'm sure there's been some dope experiences while on mushrooms with nature. So make sure and drop that in the comments below. If you fuck with this video and want to hear more, make sure and hit subscribe for me. And yeah, let's stay connected. I appreciate y'all. Much love. Deuces.